Hello everyone. Today's topic is software testing. It is a very important topic in the aspect of software engineering. What is testing? Many people understand many definitions of testing. Testing is the process of demonstrating that errors are not present. The purpose of testing is to show that a program performs its intended function correctly, and testing is the process of establishing confidence that a program does what it is supposed to do. These are the definitions are these definitions are incorrect. The correct definition, appropriate definition is testing is the process of executing a program with the intent of finding errors. So software testing is the process of testing the software product. Testing strategy provides a framework or set of activities which are essential for the success of the project. They may include planning, designing of test cases, execution of programs with test cases, interpretation of the outcome, and finally, collections and management of data. Testing Testing is the process of executing a program with the intent of finding errors. Effective software testing will contribute to the delivery of high quality software product, more satisfied users, lower maintenance cost, more accurate and reliable result. Hence, software testing is necessary and important activity of software development process. Right? Then why should we test? Why should we test? Although software testing is itself an expensive activity, and yet launching a software without testing may lead to cost potentially much higher than that of testing, especially in systems where human safety is involved. In the software lifecycle, the earlier the errors are discovered and removed, the lower is the cost of their removal. अगर आप सॉफ्टवेयर को लॉन्च करने से पहले उसकी टेस्टिंग करके उसमें से रिमूव कर देते हैं तो वो बेटर होता है रादर देन कि आप उसमें से बग्स फाइंड आउट करके बाद में उसको रिमूव करें क्योंकि वो कॉस्ट आपकी इंक्रीज हो जाती है क्योंकि वो यूजर हो यूज़ करने के जाते हैं उसको. The testing requires the developers to find errors from their software. To find, like it is a very difficult for software developer to point out error from own creation because जो डेवलपर्स ने क्रिएट किया है उसके लिए डिफिकल्ट होता है कि वो अपनी बग्स को अपनी ही प्रॉब्लम्स को या अपनी एरर्स को फाइंड आउट कर सके क्योंकि उसके माइंड वो सेट ऑफ माइंड होता है जिसकी बेस पर डेवलपर सॉफ्टवेयर को डेवलप करता है क्रिएट करता है. तो इसके लिए क्या होता है कि हम अलग से ही टेस्टर फाइंड आउट करते हैं असाइन करते हैं सो दैट वो कैन उसको उसमें से एरर फाइंड आउट कर सके. Many organizations have made a distinction between development and testing phase by making different people responsible for each phase. Okay, हम क्या करते हैं उसमें तो भी हम क्या करते हैं कि उसमें हम वी शुड टेस्ट द प्रोग्राम्स रिस्पॉन्सेज टू एवरी पॉसिबल इनपुट कि जहाँ पर पॉसिबल हो सकता है वहाँ पर टेस्ट करें. इट मीन्स वी शुड टेस्ट फॉर ऑल वैलिड एंड इनवैलिड इनपुट्स. So, what are the testing objectives? Software testing has different objectives. First is finding defects, which may get created by the programmer while developing the software. Finding defects कि जो programmers से by mistakes develop हो गए, create हो गए, उनको find out करना. Second, to make sure that the end result meet the user requirements. कि जो हमारा result होना चाहिए, जो हमारे customer की requirements है, customer की requirement के according उसका जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो मीट होनी चाहिए जो हमने डेवलप किया है सॉफ्टवेयर. एंड थर्ड इज टू इंश्योर दैट इट सेटिस्फाई द SRS दैट इज सिस्टम रिक्वायरमेंट स्पेसिफिकेशन. हमने जो SRS डेवलप किया है क्रिएट किया है उसके अकॉर्डिंग उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल होनी चाहिए. And fourth is to gain the confidence of the customer by providing them a quality product. So there are some terminologies. First is error. It is the human action that produce the incorrect result, that produce a fault. So, second is bugs, the presence of error at the time of execution of software. And fault, a fault is the representation of an error where representation is the mode of expression such as narrative text, data flow diagram, ER diagram, source code, etc. Defect is a good synonym for fault. And a failure occurs when a fault executes. A particular fault may cause different failures depending on how it has been exercised. So the most widely used testing process levels consist of these three stages that are follows: unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. So before discussing testing cases, testing process, so now first we have discussed test, test cases, and test shoot. Test and test cases terms are used interchangeably. First is test case. Test, this is the triplet ISO, where I is the data input to the system, S is the state of the system at which data is input, and O is the expected output of the system. Test suite, this is the set of all test cases with which a given software product is to be tested. The set of test cases is called a test suite. Hence, any combination of test cases may generate a test suite. See, suppose this is a test case ID. तो बिफोर एग्जीक्यूशन पर्पस क्या है, प्री कंडीशन क्या है, कोई कंडीशन है, इनपुट्स क्या है, एक्सपेक्टेड आउटपुट्स क्या होगा, पोस्ट कंडीशन किसने रिटर्न किया है, और डेट, और आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन एग्जीक्यूशन हिस्ट्री की वो सक्सेस है, फेल्ड है या कोई एरर है, रिजल्ट क्या हुआ, फेल्स हुआ तो इन पॉसिबल रीजंस क्या होगा, एनी अदर ऑब्जर्वेशंस, एनी सजेशन, रन बाय किसने रन किया, एंड डेट. So this is the test case templates. The set of test case is called a test suite. You know. So now, now level of testing. So unit testing, integration testing, system testing. Unit testing, unit testing. So unit testing. Unit testing is a method by which individual units of source code are tested to determine if they are fit to use. Unit testing is undertaken after a module has been coded and successfully reviewed. Unit testing, unit testing or module testing is the testing of different units or modules of a system in isolation. In order to test a single module, a complete environment is needed to provide all that is necessary for execution of the module. That is, besides the module under test itself, the following steps are needed in order to be able to test the modules. First is driver module, second modules under tests, and stub modules. Stubs and driver. Okay. The advantage of unit testing: issues are found at early stages. Unit testing helps in maintaining and changing the code. Third, since the bugs are found early in unit testing, hence it also helps in reducing the cost of bug fixes. And unit testing helps in simplifying the debugging process. Debugging. And what is integration testing? Integration testing is the process by which components are aggregated to create large components. Integration testing is testing done to show that even though the components were individually satisfactory after passing component testing, check the combination of the components are incorrect or inconsistent. The purpose of unit testing is to determine that each independent module is correctly implemented. This gives little chance to determine that the interface between modules is also correct. And for this reason, integration testing must be performed. Focus on integration of modules in a subsystem. Unit tested modules combine to form subsystem. Test cases emphasize the interaction of modules in different ways. And what is the purpose of integration testing? Integration testing is to identify bugs. And first, these are protocol design bugs. Following types, these are protocol design bugs, input and output format bugs, inadequate protection against corrupted corrupted data, a wrong subroutine call sequence, no, call parameter bugs, misunderstood entries, or exit parameters values. The entire system is viewed as a collection of subsystems determined during the system and object design. And then what is the goal of testing? The test all interfaces between subsystems and the interaction of subsystems. The integration testing strategy determines the order in which the subsystems are selected for testing and integration. Big Bang integration, integrated integration, system testing. System testing is the system testing is the most often the final test to verify that the system to be delivered meets the specification and its purpose. It tests both functional and non-functional aspects of the product. The system tests are designed to validate a fully developed system to assure that it meets its requirement. There are essentially three main kinds of system testing. First is alpha testing, beta testing, and acceptance testing. Alpha testing refers to the system testing carried out by the test team within the developing organization. Beta testing is the system testing performed by a select group of friendly customers, and acceptance testing is the system testing performed by the customer to determine whether he should accept the delivery of a system. System testing, it is performed on the basis of written test cases according to the information collected from SRS and detailed design documents. It ensures that the product is ready for moving to the user acceptance testing. This is the last chance for the test team to find any remaining product defect before the product is handed over to the customer. Because system testing is the last testing. Why system testing? bring in customer perspective, build confidence in the product, analyze and reduce risk of releasing the product, ensure product is ready for acceptance testing. There are three alpha testing things which we have already discussed with you. Thank you.